How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? I am back with a brand new video, and today it's a very exciting one. For today, I'll be doing or continuing my top 10 favorite animated movies from each decades. And this time, we're going up straight to my alley, which is the 2000s. Because you see here, I got my Lilo and Stitch shirt. Yep. Now, of course, I am a 2000s kid, and I grew up watching a lot of these movies growing up. And I gotta say, it's very enjoyable. So with that, I came up with a list for my top 10 favorites, and I can't wait to do this. So, yep, I can't wait. But before I want to actually start this first, here are some few rules. Well, two of them is for me. You don't have to follow them if you want. The first rule is it's kind of stacked up like like my top 10 favorite Disney movie list because of one of my very few important top 10 lists are Disney, of course, and if there's any other non-Disney or other Disneys that I'm included in this list, it's a little bit rearranged. Rule 2, anime is not included in this list because of well, I'm not really big on anime, and 2, it's a pretty iconic choice because I've seen one, well, not really iconic, but there are some few lists that have some few anime, and I try not to do that one. Anyway, also, of course, I forgot about this genre, but there's not also going to be including any animated hybrids, a combination of animation and hybrid. Yep. And for the third final rule, no short film lists, like any shorts in this list, but feature-length films are included, including some few feature-length home media films. So if you have any of those, you can put that in your list. Anyway, I can't wait to do this, so let's get started. Number 10 is Open Season. Okay, so I know this film may have some few similarities with Madagascar. Don't forget to check out the comparison video with Madagascar and Open Season. But anyway, a reason why Open Season in this list because I find it quite alright. The animation's good. The storyline is cool, and most of the action show there is quite hilarious. But other than that, Open Season's not a bad movie. I would recommend watching it. And like I said with comparison, if I rather pick a movie between Open Season and Madagascar, I rather do Open Season because of I find it more entertaining than Madagascar. That's just my honest opinion on it. Number 9 is Lilo and Stitch. Okay, so this film is really good. I enjoy the animation, I enjoy the story, and it's really good. At first, I couldn't really understand it at first, but then I watched this recently, and it's a film about struggling and how they would try and make things work as change has been going on throughout their lives, as Lilo and Stitch proves is otherwise. But other than that, this film is really good. It has some great animation along with the a very telling story for a Disney movie. So that's why I decided to put Lilo and Stitch up on this list. Number 8 is Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit. This is a combination of Beauty and the Beast plus the werewolf story plus the story of Wallace and Gromit, and it is a perfect combo. I really do enjoy the Wallace and Gromit hit series, and this one was the first ever Wallace and Gromit movie. And I gotta tell you, it is very enjoyable to watch. The story is great, the animation is perfect, the casting of the characters is great. I just gotta say, I really love this film a lot. It has to be one of my top 5 all-time favorite non-Disney movies because It is a very enjoyable movie to watch, and I can't wait for Vengeance Most Foul, which it's out, but it's released in the UK, but will be released in the US soon. But other than that, Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were Rabbit, it is absolutely perfect. Number 7 is Treasure Planet. Now, this film is a family favorite film because it's one of my brother's favorites, but he also likes Hercules. And this is what my dad's favorite Disney movie. So basically, my family doesn't forget about this film because of I kind of agree with it. Treasure Planet's a good film. Not really a big fan of the characters and most of the animation, but the storyline is really good. So yeah, a really nice concept for making it based out of the story of Treasure Island, but giving it a science fiction twist to it. So other than that, Treasure Planet is on this list because this film is pretty underrated, but not forgettable in my side of my family. So other than that, Treasure Planet is on this list. Number 6 is The Incredibles. Okay, I really love The Incredibles. The action is awesome. The storyline of superheroes who has to go into hiding but must come out to save the day, brilliant. And really nice concepts for the film. It is such a great movie. I really love this so much that it became one of my all-time childhood favorites because, well, The Incredibles are, as they are, incredible. Number 5 is Ice Age. Okay, I absolutely love this film a lot. This film is really great. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the animation. Love the concepts, how they show. Love the cast of the characters. And overall, this film is really a great film. I really enjoyed it a lot. It has so many features of comedy with a little bit of dramatic sadness, with a little bit of heartfelt moments. This film is really great. And of course, I also enjoy the second one and the third one. Not much of the last two, and might not enjoy the upcoming sixth one soon. But other than that, Ice Age, the first one, will always have a place in my heart. So that is why it is higher up. But yep, it is really cool to have this movie on this list. Sorry about that. Anyway, number 4 is Kung Fu Panda. Now, this film was the very first film that I got really excited about that wasn't a Disney, Pixar, Shrek, or an Ice Age film because, well, the title of it sounds very exciting for a kid to enjoy, but it is also very great for adults to watch it because, one, the animation is great, especially with the concepts of bringing up the Chinese cultural to the anthropomorphic or any kind of talking animals into this movie, and really great casting for each of the characters, especially with Jack Black as Po himself. But other than that, Kung Fu Panda, it is such a great film. I really love it so much that it deserves to be a little bit higher up on this list. Number 3 is Cars. Okay, so this Pixar movie is actually not that bad because of it has a great cast, great characters, a really catchy soundtrack, along with the nice animation, especially the world of cars if the people were actually cars. And a very important lesson that this movie tells throughout the end of this film is that not every race needs to end in a finish line or doesn't need a trophy. All racing is a fair competition and doesn't need winning a lot. But other than that, Cars is such a great film. And it's also, of course, a the meaning of changing throughout the person, like starting out with selfish to knowing what is meaning of the people around them. So other than that, Cars is such a great film to watch. Number two is Monsters Inc. Now, I know you may predict I might had a Disney movie up at number one. However, not this time because I already got another movie in. But, anyways, Monsters Inc. It is such a classic film. Great characters, especially with the cast. Great story, great animation, especially with the door scene. Very satisfying and quite hilarious, too. And great moments that can make you laugh or cry. Cry is such an amazing movie. I really love it so much. It's such a beautiful movie to watch. Like I said, I would really like it if I did put it up at number one, but already got one in the spot. But other than that, Monsters Inc. It is such an amazing Pixar movie. Besides Toy Story, of course, but yep. Now, before I head off to my number one pick, here are some honorable mentions. Robots. I know I mentioned that robots may be a stinker to me, but when I started to watch it again, it was actually not that bad. It was somewhat of a got over the film to reconsidering again. Something like that. Another mention is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. If you like a movie about food and the weather, then you would definitely check out Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Now, the problem with my favorite Sony movie, it was a difficult one. It was either Open Season or Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs in this list. But I decided to pick Open Season because I kind of like it a little bit more. But hey, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is pretty good, right? Finding Nemo, another Pixar movie. I know it's one of the very few big Pixar films because of it is a pretty emotional one, and I can see why. Finding Nemo is a pretty good one, but not really one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies of all time. Yeah, there are some few that I consider to be good, but not really my all-time favorites. The other one being with A Bug's Life. Anyway, next mention, TMNT 2007 edition. Now, this was one of my old favorite TMNT movies before TMNT Mutant Mayhem because of a really nice, unique story for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, something like that. Other mentions, the two other Ice Age movies, because of both of those films, well, Meltdown and Dawn of the Dinosaurs, just in case if you get confused. The next two movies after the first one, they are really great one, and was kind of hoping they would end in the third one, but sadly, two more came out in the 2010s, and of course, the sixth one will come out in 2026. Anyway, also, of course, two other ones, but won't tell you yet because it's coming up real soon as the my number one pick will come up. All right. Speaking of which, you guys ready for this? Here is my all-time favorite animated movie from the 2000s that I adored a lot and will always adore it until the end. Get ready for this because my number one favorite animated movie in the 2000s is Shrek. That's right. I love Shrek so much. Now, no memes on this. I actually love this film a lot. It is one of my top 5 favorite animated movies of all time because the story, amazing. The characters, along with the cast playing them, fantastic. It is such a great movie. One of those movies that really tells you never to judge a book by its cover, because as it is the story of fairy tales as Shrek goes on a journey to get his swamp back, but also, of course, learns where to find love with Fiona. It is such an amazing movie. I love it so much. It's just I had to put this up a little bit higher because of well, you know me. I really love this movie so much. Other than that, really do. So that's why Shrek Up is at number 1. Also, you probably guessed this by now. Shrek 2 and Shrek the Third are also in the honorable mentions list because, well, I know Shrek the Third isn't really one of the brightest, and I know that Shrek 2 is a amazing one, and some say it's better than the original, and I can see that, but I do love both of those films. But out of all of them, the very first one will always have a special place in my heart, so that is why the first one is on this list, and the second and third are on honorable mentions, but yep, here it is, Shrek. And that'll be it. What do you guys think of that list? I'm sure a lot of you 2000s kids were feeling a lot nostalgic because of I know some of you had a lot of great childhood memories with these movies. I know I did. So other than that, it is such a fun list to do. And don't worry, because stay tuned. Next week, 3 days after Christmas, we will be doing my top 10 favorite animated movies from the 2010s. So mark your calendars on the 28th because that'll be coming up next week. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. And have a brick day, everybody. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.